One which attracted my attention is this: guaranteed 100% accurate and reflective of the will of the voter. No null votes. That is the warranted representation of Smartmatic. And we know that there were how many million null votes? 7 million. 7 million null votes. But Smartmatic guaranteed no null votes in the presentation. The Smartmatic expert, Commissioner Lazabato, I'd like an answer from Commissioner Lazabato because this should be the basis for payment, performance. I have the document here where they said no null votes. This is the briefing conducted by Smartmatic and submitted to us by COMELEC also.
Because right now I am wondering how can Smartmatic guarantee that there be no null votes.
That is what they guaranteed, Mr. Chairman. The other guarantee is impossible to overvote. You just mentioned the word overvote, and in the national canvas, we noted a lot of overvotes. Impossible to overvote. This is again another representation and warranty of Smartmatic.
What was probably meant there, is that there be no two votes for me, more than one.
Yeah, but
the overvote we're talking about is
basing it on the technical definition of overvote as you have defined.
Yes,
Chairman. Well, I'd like to focus on the null votes because this has triggered a lot of controversy, especially with regard to the election for Vice President. So maybe we have the answer to this.
For Vice President, Your Honor, please, 2.8 null votes.
2.8 million, that's
2.8 million.
That's a long way from no null votes. 2.8 out of how many million?
38 million, 90,090 voted, Your Honor, please.
That's roughly about 7%. So how will this affect? Because we would like the COMELEC to impress upon the Smartmatic that they failed in their undertaking, which has created a lot of controversy, which is affecting the fact. I think that's one of the bases for the protest right now is the election of Vice President.
But in the light of that information coming from Congressman Golez about null votes and the assurances made by Smartmatic, can you look into this, Your Honor, please, and considering that still payable to the Smartmatic, which are in the possession of the COMELEC, is the amount of 400 million pesos. That's it.
Commissioner Lazabato is here already.
I think there's a question.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Commissioner, Mr. Chairman, I have here the presentation of Smartmatic, which was presented to the Appropriations Committee February 2009 in connection with the debate on the 11.3 billion base appropriation for the automated election system. And in their presentation, they said, no null votes. It says here, guaranteed 100% accurate and reflective of the will of the voter, no null votes. But we all know that one of the more prominent features of the national canvas was the null votes.
Chairman, Honorable Chairman, personally I believe that's just a matter of terminology. Now, let me explain, Your Honor. No, yes, let me explain.
I think we should consider it that way.
Yes, Your Honor. But before, let me explain. No null votes means to say votes will be counted. That's basically it. Now, the utilization of the term null votes for the last elections was simply a way to audit the votes cast by the voters during the last elections. The audit means to say it provided a way to be sure that all votes were counted. Now, what does this mean? Sorry, I'm guessing fair. Okay. What does this mean? This simply means that it enables the system to verify the accuracy and completeness of the votes counted. Meaning, if a voter did not maximize his voting potential in that particular ballot, the system tells us that he did not maximize his voting potential. Now, personally, I was not yet there as Commissioner COMELEC, but my understanding is that no null votes means to say votes will actually be counted. But the way the word was used, the term was used last elections, was it simply meant that the voter did not maximize his voting potential. Relating this to manual elections, if a person voted for Peter Pan for president, that is a stray or null vote because he did not maximize his voting potential. I need exercise. So it's simply, fortunately or unfortunately, that simple, Your Honor. It's not that it did not count. It counted the votes, but it simply meant that it audited the system to determine how many votes were maximized and how many votes were not maximized by the voters.
Chairman, the term null votes was a non-existent term before. It was never used in previous elections. I think all the commissioners will assert to that.
But Your Honor, allow me to...
because that term arose during the national canvas, and we asked for a definition of that term. It was Smartmatic that defined the term during the national canvas. And since this is a Smartmatic document, I would go by the definition of null votes as defined by Smartmatic. And since they were the ones who presented this, I would presume that in the